Hello Taurus, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So yes, this is for the month of July 2021. This is for you Taurus, whether you're a sun, Taurus in the sun, moon, rising and or Venus sign for you. So I do recommend to check out what your other star signs are saying for you, especially if this isn't quite resonating with you. But even if it is, it just gives you a little bit more of an in-depth view of what could be going on for you. So, but I mean, I'm just putting it out there. So for me, sometimes I will check out my other signs, but other times I won't, because often for me, I follow predominantly my star sign or sun sign, and which is Gemini. So I don't feel like I need to check them out, but sometimes I do. So, and I know people who check out all of them, and just to get a view of what's going on in their personal life or their personality, what's going on for them, what might be happening with them, their soul energy. There may be something that comes up on a soul level for you, which is sometimes I will check that out as well, and or on the love side of things, but also in the emotional side of things. So and that's why it's they're talking about the sun, moon, rising, and or Venus, which could be pretty. For some of you, you'll get that, and others of you maybe not. So that's just a little, a brief, very brief, basic sort of explanation for those of you who are not quite knowing of it. So, I mean, it's not and I'm not an expert in that, but I do dabble with it for myself personally. But these reads that I'm doing are not necessarily astrological reads. On saying that, they are reads that are coming through for each sign. It's a way that is I'm able to get in touch with a lot of people and as with a lot of readers, for me, I see it as a lot of people by following the sun, the star signs, or the sun, or the moon, rising, or Venus signs for everybody, to get in touch with as many people as possible, and a wider reach is where we're coming from with that. So anyway, stop prattling on about that, but yeah, do check out what your other signs are saying for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and please do subscribe, and or leave me a comment or a thumbs up, and if this resonates with you. Subscribing to my channel just will let you know, and clicking the notification button will just let you know when I do upload videos onto my channel, so you can get to see it as soon as possible, or just wait because that it's there. Okay, so anyway, let's get going with your reading for this month of July, and we'll see what comes up for you, Taurus, for the month of July 2021. Okay, so like I say, these are general. So I'm not sure where they're going with these at the moment. So we're just going to do the first card out is absence, reaction is the next, and ready but waiting. I feel like there is a fourth one out. We'll see how we go here. Okay, yeah, potential. Okay, so there is I feel like they're going to do a soul. So there's the mind, body, spirit, soul sort of a flow here. And by the way they've got the cards laid out, I thought we were going to do something slightly different, but they change it up and I change it up, and we see what's going pertinent to what each sign is, is coming up for each sign or each person, not each sign really, but we'll see what happens. So absence. So I just feel like because there's this one here is with the mind, I'm just saying what is being, okay, we'll take all of those. There we go, and we're going to go, oh no, which way are we going, Spirit? Okay, we're going to go down. Well, I didn't really want all these cards, but we're going to go down. So there may be something that's changing up for you, because I want to go across now. So there may be something that's going across and then coming down. It's almost like you maybe have been a little bit indecisive about whether you go across this way or down that way. So I'm hearing that with like travel, but also, but I'm also not just on a physical travel, physically, but it's where they're going with that. it's a bit like, you know, how I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go down that track. I'd rather go across that way and go that track. So there's something about there, and there may be an absence of you being like not in balance, or an absence of, because I'm hearing like some of you is maybe not quite in your mind at the moment, or there may be, you know, not feeling grounded. But on saying that, I feel like a lot of you are. It's just the way this energy is, and there's probably something that you may be like processing at the moment, or you're not being in the moment at the moment. Okay, so I think you know what I mean, but in the moment at the moment. So there's kind of, so I feel like while this, you know, that the cards wanted to go that way, and then they changed their mind and went down, and then they went back again. So there's, you know, and going across and then and with a flow, okay? So there may have been something like that, whereas like you decided to go and, you know, not to go that way after finding out something, and then changed your mind again and realised actually I probably should go down that way, or I could go down that way, and just, you know, I could always change my mind again. But there is, I feel like there is kind of like a sneaky, like, well, sneaky for some of you, it may be a sneaky suspicion, or a just something intuitively thinking or feeling that you may be sensing that actually I probably should go down that way, or I need to go down that way, and even like I want to go that way. But so trying to figure out what is it, why I'm trying to avoid that. And some of you may be, you know, feeling or sensing that, you know, maybe I'm trying to avoid something, or what is it that I'm avoiding? Because I just feel like initially I wanted to go that way. So there's this like inner like dialogue that's going on within you, and it's like, and you maybe second guessing yourself. So here I feel like, you know, with this absence, so there may be like an absence of mind, or an absence of balance or grounding in that sense. So if you know, if you're out there, or you're not quite in the moment, or there's something, you know, you've been processing, it's kind of throwing you out. But I mean, it's not saying you're not functioning at all, but it's like for some of you it may be you've had to slow down, and you may not be functioning as normal, but you're still functioning and moving through life. So you could be feeling like they're having in that fishbowl effect, you know, or that and being like a fish in a bowl, where there is this things that are going on around you that you can see, and they're at a distance, and you're just watching and observing. And it could be that sort of feeling where it's like, oh, where you're not quite here, but you are here, knowing that you are here. So there is something about that. But what is, I'm hearing like with the mind thing, where they're going down now, getting to here, is like there is something, you know, with the Six of Wands here that's popped up, is like there is something that you are leaving behind. Because the Six of Wands for me is like there is like you're working on what it is that you need to leave behind, and walking away or riding away. Because this one here is like riding away. It's like you're just like, you're still, it's like you're guarded, but you're leaving all that shit behind you, all those things, especially the things that serve you no purpose, you know, for your highest good. So I'm hearing people, jobs, you know, thoughts, feelings, whatever it is that you are talking about here. So now these are all upside down, and I want to turn them up the right way, because they are the whole deck. I've picked it up upside down. So if they were like falling out upside down, I would, you know, and they were up the deck was facing up the right way, that'll be different. So there could be something like that for some of yous. That may have come up, that exactly what I just said, like if you know, that you've picked up something, or there's something that was upside down and you started to do something, but realizing that actually I had it upside down in the beginning. So it's kind of not, it's not like a true indication of what is actually going on. However, on saying that, there is something here, like with this Four of Pentacles here, it's like, you know, allowing you, I'm just going to go, oh, that one is upside down there, so we're going to go with that one there, and I'm going to leave that one there. Okay, so just keep continuing on down that we've got the Four of Pentacles here. So there is something definitely about you like learning, or, you know, learning, figuring out, come to, and you know that this, you know, a realization, or an epiphany that actually I need to let go. I need to, like, in a way, okay, these aren't, you know, it maybe that you've been walking blindly, along, and then you've realized it, and now it's time, like, okay, these aren't roses, but it's like he's looking and he's smelling and he's using his other senses to figure out where he's going. Okay, so you may not know where you're going, even though, you know, because this card here, the Four of Pentacles, usually talks about, you know, like holding on to money too tightly, or finances, or, you know, it could be people or family or whatever it is, or energy, and maybe that you've like, you know, like with family members, or a way of a belief system on saying that to do with family, money, and energy, but also with health as well. So there's something about, you know, like opening yourself up, like you're utilizing all your other senses by, you know, not seeing things, you know, just because you can see it doesn't mean to say that's what it is. So it's like you're experiencing, but it's like you're walking away from something that felt like you, that was maybe holding you back and created an absence in your life in some way or form. So, and it's coming back. It's like, okay, I'm walking away from that, because it may be that you've, what do you call it? What's that word that I'm hearing in the background there? Okay, come on, bring it forward, Spirit. So there may be something like that. Come on, bring it forward for some of you as well. So, okay, we're moving on from that. So then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is, you know, there's generally, there's a lot of, you know, the knights come with movement generally quite quickly, or some sort of movement. It's like there's a, you know, a snap, you know, a click, and it's like you've got it, and then now I've got to get, like, you can move, or you have been pushed to move, challenged to move, and this energy probably is coming around and like getting you to move, or suggesting like moving out of these states, so moving on and like figuring out. And you know, you may not have it all figured out, but it's like there's that sense of like, okay, I need to move on from whatever this is, because there's a, for some of you, I feel like you may feel like there is a sense of urgency in a way, that I need to like ditch this, but it's not like running, and it may be creating like this overwhelming sort of a feeling with the Knight of Swords, because he can come in, or this energy can come in with quite a disruptive sort of an energy, and you know, bring up sort of things, and it may be overwhelming. And it's not to say that you have to like run full tit at everything, but because there's a bull at a gate here, which I kind of feel like, even though you are okay, you're not an air sign, and the swords is you know, pretty much there are air signs, connected to air signs, but it's not necessary. But I'm just drawn to the bull in here because I'm doing Taurus. I'm reading you guys and gals, so it's like, so I feel like it's just like interesting. It's like getting your footing right. I feel whatever it is like there's some foundational stuff that's going on, and I do feel like that's like, but it's not like running at a bull, like a bull at a gate. Okay, so this is like for you, I'm hearing like this is about you, like maybe taking your time a little bit, even though this not taking your time, well, a little bit, it's not being mindful about where you're spending your energy, be mindful about where you're stepping. Okay, so it's, but because this is about getting some good footing or some good grounding and foundations. So even though something may be pissing you off, or someone maybe, this is about, you know, there's a reflection there, and it's about you looking at yourself within on saying that. So, but there is something definitely moving, and there's some, look at those ducks or those geese. I think they're geese, actually. Anyway, birds in the background, and they're big birds. So they're taking flight. So something is taking flight, and I feel like, you know, you're starting to understand that more, and things are starting to come together with you more about, you know, like I say, this is a general read, so it could be somewhere to do with something that you are learning at the moment, studying, you know, you personally, you know, your personal life, maybe with a relationship, but there's definitely something going on in the mind where it's like you're releasing yourself from some things that are not serving you, or someone's. It could be a habit, like I say, that doesn't serve you any purpose for your highest good. Because then we've got, you know, reaction here. So in this card, which is, by the way, the Energy Earth Oracle deck, there's some sort of reaction, and it may be that you, there are some tears that are shed, or emotions that are shed, like on a physical level. So what I'm hearing is like, you know, allow yourself to feel that emotion so you can release it and release it well. And then you're less likely to repeat that, you know, in exactly the same way. It may come up again, but it's like you'll soon know if you've moved past it or how far you've moved through that situation by the way in which you react to it. So, and it doesn't mean to say that you're not going to shed any tears like the next time it comes up. You may do, but it may be less. And it may be that you are at that place where you're not going to, but you get this deep knowing and understanding that actually, you know, I don't feel like I need to, but there is still a sadness there, or an empathy there, or sympathy there for what is going on for you, okay? So when we go to the Nine of Pentacles, because whatever it is that is bugging you, or has been that you're moving through, is something coming to an end, okay? So there's some sort of, you know, you've come to this, I'm hearing the word fruition. Something has come to fruition, or there's some, you know, a deeper understanding that you've figured it out, and it's like you're near ready or nearly ready to move on from that. But it's also like what I'm hearing is like there's an abundance, and not necessarily in just a financial way, but it could have something to do with a business or some job or career that you've had, and it's like, okay, I'm ready to move through that. There's something that is coming to an end there. You've got this, you know, you've got the goods, you could say. You've got the foundation, you've got the learning, you've got the whatever it is, and you've stuck it out and you've worked hard for it, but now it's almost like, yeah, you're going to cash in on it, basically. So whatever cash in means to you, it's like you're going to like move forward, basically. And some of you, whatever it is that you are working on your career, you may be like going into another part or another department soon that is going to like switch over, and so it may be that you end up getting another job. And you may end up getting, you know, a job within the same organization or department or business that you're working for. It may be that for some of you take all that knowledge and you go and build your own career with the knowledge that you've got. Not necessarily in the same field, but it's the all-round mind. It could be something about, you know, I'm hearing stickability with some of you, and it just the way that the skills that you've learned in how to maybe communicate, whatever that is. But it could be something like to do with networking, where you're able to open up your own, you know, go out on your own. Because I'm hearing for some of you there may be contracts, and it's like, even though you may be not going into exactly what you're anticipating and going, but there's an opportunity that comes up that you may feel like you may be going off track, but it's actually not. It's going to serve you well for the next stage of it. So what I'm hearing is like looking at things in stages, but there's something comes to an end where something is coming to fruition. You've got what you need, and it's not, you know, okay, so you're ready for the next stage, yay, of whatever it is. So, but then we have this like here, it's interesting here because we have the tower here coming through, and it's also, but I'm hearing too that, you know, this tower moment, whatever it is, it's like not necessarily is it going to be, it could be something that's like really crashing down, because what I'm hearing is like, and seeing like from this here is like you've learned from whatever is going on there, and you're starting to like put the pieces together. But it could be like the tower moment, but maybe just the realization, or not just, but it may be, you know, just that there is a realization of that you actually have to, you know, this is where I'm going, and where I thought I was going is, you know, not intuitively where I thought I was going. So there's that sort of a realization, but there's also the realization is actually, you know, I just can't do this anymore. So there is this real, I'm hearing like the rewording it, a growth period as you're going into this next phase. So then we have the star. So I'm here, and this one is in reverse. So I want to turn it, even though it was in reverse here, but now that I've picked it up, it's actually quite cool, because it's like they're showing you that actually there is to, you know, keep that hope and keep that faith, no matter what is going on, and there may be something crumbling away, but it's like it's crumbling away it's that crumbling away that opens the door for not just one opportunity for, you know, one opportunity at a time for some of you, but you know, when it opens the door for opportunity to expand your mind, okay? to grow with, open your heart, to utilize, to learn more, whatever that is. Like I say, could be on a, what to do with your work, your relationship, your family, something to, whatever it is, your business. But something happens, and they're just saying not to, not to give up hope of the dream. This is just, I wanted to say a glitch, but it's kind of like a glitch in a way that actually opens the door again. I just really want to, they really want to get that home, because it may feel like you're having like a really like major tower moment where things are moving, shifting like at quite a rate with this Knight of Swords coming in here. But it's like there's something about you shifting your perspective, because this is about you, like, I feel like your perspective does change a bit, or the way that you're thinking, your mindset. So it leaves the door open for you to be able to create the change that you need, because you're looking at things differently, which is why this reaction card is here, and which is why you're going to be able to, they're putting forward a positive thought energy there. You're going to be able to, understand and move through this amazing change for you, and these opportunities that are coming up, or opportunity, whatever way you want to look at it. But keep the hope, because it's moving. Because what of here is like with on a spiritual level, Spirit is saying like it's like there's something, they're ready and waiting for you to take that next step, so they can be there to help you. But also this opportunity, or opportunities are there ready and waiting for you to take this opportunity. So on a spiritual level, there's something, and like your spirit is calling you, and you've and it's like I feel like you've known that for a little while, but it's like it's coming. It's like, and that there's something ready and waiting, but you've just got to do this mahi here, or this work here, to get to that point, so you can move through it. Way cool. Then we have the Five of Wands here, which is interesting, because there's like, typically it talks about struggle and frustration, but I do feel like this is like there's a breakthrough there on saying that. There with this, this, and it's something like is like you're working on it, and you've been working on it maybe for a little while, and it's it's with ourselves, at the end of the day. But on saying that, there's something like, because I'm just loving these dragons here, and they're lighting the fire, for which fire for me is like talks about clearing and cleansing. So you're working on this whatever it is you're struggling with, or maybe frustrating with you, that is maybe holding you back on a physical level. I do feel like, because this, the Wands is about, movement, passion, that sort of thing, and ideas and inspiration as well, which is like with the star here. So it's like something, and this is where the star is just saying there's something, it's ready and waiting. It's just, in the meantime, while you're there, you're doing this work in the background, okay? And it's as you're doing it, things are starting to come forward. So don't get too frustrated with that. There is something in the background that is moving. So there, look at this. The Judgment card has come out for you. There's some sort of, I feel like spiritual freedom, or you've found that freedom within you to be able to express yourself spiritually. Not, maybe not to everybody, but you're at a place probably where you've been maybe holding back on that side, some of yous. But I just feel like it's like you're allowing, for a lot of yous, maybe, they're starting to allow your spiritual self out, or you're connecting with it more, in the sense like you may be like seeing things different from another level than, say, just like thinking about it. You may be more connecting with it with all your senses, is where they're going with that. So you're seeing nature in a different way. There may be, more respect for nature, and say, and Mother Earth, and whether that, Orangi, the Sky Father, everything, to do with their environment and how it has to be. But there's also a different connection, which helps you to bring maybe a different connection on a spiritual level, where there is, you're more, okay, maybe connecting with different people differently as well, and seeing through your own facade of what spiritualness means. does, yeah, that may make sense. Some of you that will probably resonate with you or make sense. Others you, it's like, whoa, she's off the planet. And others of you will like totally, get it. So it's kind of like, so there's a shift in that way. There's something opening up, but it's like, it's this one here. I'm just loving the dolphins because I did a meditation earlier this morning, and it was and I just heard the dolphins in the background, very, very subtle, but then they got louder coming forth, and there weren't even dolphins in it. So it's like I feel like it's like listening to the spirit of your soul, or the soul of your spirit, and bringing everything together, like the mind, body, spirit and soul. There's something shifting in that, and maybe you've been resisting that because it's like, and you've been seeing that in your workplace or your business place, and something is shifting, and you're shifting out of something and into something new, but there's something ready and waiting, but it's just working through it, but you're setting yourself free. I'm seeing that as like freedom, basically. Oopsie. Freeing yourself from, it's like you get something, unget it. So, oh, you know what, that's not mine. And balance, which helps you to bring a little bit more balance, or that understanding of balance and sharing, cooperation with basically the environment. And maybe it's kind of been there, but I feel like there's something that's happened that clicks, and it's like, I've really got to make more of an effort. It's like you may see something on Facebook, you may come across somebody who has had a really, tough experience or an interesting experience, or something has happened to you, and maybe you've said something, done something, and it shocked you that you've gone to that, or you've it's whatever it is, it's something like shakes you, and you have this this moment here. Then we see like there's potential. So I feel like this is you in there, and it's like you're seeing the potential of who you are, that inner within you. I love this card, potential, because it's like they're poking, looking out, just it's, you're looking at, it's there. I feel like, most of us know there is some sort of potential, but we don't actually, action it. So there is something, and I feel like even more so with this, you're starting to see more potential in, it could be a business venture that you're looking at going or in, or expanding in a different way. It could be your work. It could be your children, your family, or anything that a project, yourself personally. There's some sort of potential there anyway. The Five of Pentacles is like there, you maybe feeling a little bit, or have gone through a feeling or a time where you're feeling a little bit strapped for cash, strapped for energy, and strapped for patience and that sort of thing, which is why there's a few fives here. But it's like, it's all about growth. It's like letting shit go, letting stuff go. So I feel like there, for some of you, there may be that exhaustion there. Really interesting there that I've seen, like there is a skull there, and it's kind of like something is coming, a transition, so I feel like some of you is just like just exhausted, and it's like I just really need some change now. So it's like but I feel like the moon is there in the background, very bright and big. Okay, so I feel like this is about, it's just something that this too will pass. Okay, cool, thank you. This too will pass, and it's I feel like it is a battle of the minds though, because the Five of Swords is coming underneath there on a soul level. But once again, I feel like this is something that you're going to conquer and come and overcome, because here's the Queen of Swords. It's like, so she's figured out what her truth is, which is kind of where I feel like it's about figuring out where you lie with your truth and your in your power of what you, in your abilities to be able to do something efficiently and effectively and lovingly, whatever, abundantly, prosperity, okay, where the prosperity can come about as well. This is where all that balance is. But the Queen of Swords, she's in her truth, she's in her power, she's a lot more grounded, she's like a lot more at peace, she's playing her harp, she's calmer, she's settling, and it's like she's not even though she's anchored her sword, And she's put it down in the sense in this card. Some of them is up, they're holding their sword of truth up in there, celebrating in that sort of way, the power of the energy and that sort of thing. Oh gosh, that's interesting. I've not explained it like that, but and you know, there's that exclamation like that. But she has laid down her sword, and it's like anchored it in this, in the ice there. But it's not. But I'm hearing like, because they're doing this is a different one. It's like she's not going to fight it anymore. She's just going to like let be what needs to be, and then just go with the flow of it, rather than letting her head get away with it, or her thoughts get away with her. So, because she knows who she is, she's more in her truth, so she doesn't have to like wield it around and fight it anymore. So there's that sort of feeling. So for some of you, there may be an air sign energy in your life, okay? It could be like, it'll be an older female figure that kind of maybe showing you, helping you to find that way or that space, you know, to be able to you know, feel that grounding, but seeing things from a different level as well. So, and it may be a little, like I say, it could be a little bit frustrating there. But you see, here's the Empress here, and the Empress is about abundance, fertility, new growth. So I feel like, even though all this, she's got the last say, even though all this is going on in the background here, there is something to look forward to. And the Empress is like you're growing into something, you're building something, and there's something beautiful and brand new, because she's there. She talks it. She's all about abundance and new growth. Okay, cool. Wow. I was just thinking, I was going to pull out some more cards and just to think, but we've gone into half an hour already. So it's like, this is, I'm trying to keep them like short, but you kind of like, it's just not happening. So some of you's here, there's new love with Archangel Raphael, just wants to say the last few words. So some of you's literally new love may be coming in. Some, and you know, like if you're single, and maybe if you're not single, I don't know, whatever. But there is a new love coming in. So for some of you, that you know, it definitely is a new person that's coming into your life. For some of us, you may be finding a new love within a relationship with yourself, and or you know, like it's like that self-love sort of energy that's going on there. And I feel like there may be a new passion or a new love that comes through for others of you. It could be the whole lot for you. But I do feel like, you know, for some of you, it may be like, if you are in a relationship, it may be more that you are feeling more in a loving relationship. So there may have been something where there could have been distance and you weren't feeling the love, but it's like now it's like there's something coming up that is... that, you know, a shift for you. It's almost like I feel like you're spending more time with yourself and contemplating what it is that you need to do for you, and you know, in that sense. So there's that in self-love in that way. But others of you, yeah, there is a new love that's coming in. The heal the past and the now for the future, and that's pretty much maybe what you are doing, which is kind of what this whole message is, you know, this read is for this July the 21st. So you may be 2021 or rather, you know, there may be some of this coming up for you next month. So what I'm hearing is make a decision. Are you in or out? Either way, it's about your truth right now, which is kind of where they're leading to now. And with this tower moment, it may be that's coming up. It may be that you are you know, that may be what it is about. And you may be like thinking, like I think come up earlier that you like you thought you were going one way, but actually you're not. So some of you, I'm hearing like see a doctor. So some of you is maybe worried about something or concerned about something and not really knowing what it is or what is going on. And so you may be questioning in your mind about, shall I see a doctor? Shall I go to it? And somebody might be just saying, just go to a doctor, get it checked out. If it's nothing, it's nothing. If it is, it is. And you can go work from there and either way. But it's like I'm hearing this like peace of mind. So there may be something about this that's coming up in this, you know, getting in your mind because it's come up with this row. And what I'm hearing is be honest with yourself, okay, and love yourself, okay, he's talking about. And there is magic. Magic is in every moment. Make the most of it and make the magic, okay, basically. So I feel like they're drawing that back to this tower moment that is coming through. And remember, you know, even though there's a tower, whatever something the tower is coming up with, something is breaking down or breaking free, or it could be a relationship, could be a friendship. It could be that you are, you know, just simply moving away from something and it's created, you know, an emotional time for you because it's, you know, or others, whatever it is. But something is crumbling away because you know that you need to make change, basically. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you, Taurus. I wish you all the best and sending you lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, bye for now. We'll see you next week. Okay.